Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. As expected, Russia gives its own explanation now about the bombing of the shopping mall in Ukraine. There's certain, they all point fingers at one another, Ukraine and Russia, but Ukraine provided some videos with some rockets dropping on the area on the mall. And the Russians said no, it was not on the mall. It was next to the mall, which was a big hangar over there, and that hangar was having weapons from European Union and United States, and we destroyed that. And by destroying that, it caught fire, and that's how it got fire. The big shopping mall. Well, I watched the videos. I saw the pictures. Now, if those are the pictures that really identify the mall, well, I think that's a straight hit in the mall. It's not anything next to it, or it's just straight in it. But this is, as I said, this is what the videos I watched, provided by the Ukrainian army or whatever government. So let's see what the Russians are saying here. This article comes from Republic World from June 29, 2022. And it's titled Russia Calls Kremenchuk Mall Attack Another False Flag Operation by Ukraine. Russian Foreign Ministry spokeswoman Maria Zakharova dismissed the strike on a shopping center in Kremenchuk as another false flag operation by Ukraine. So she says here that Zakharova said on Wednesday that Russian military targeted the Kredmash plant right next to the shopping center, which was the place storing the weapons and munitions delivered by the US and EU countries to be sent to the Ukraine Air Forces from force in Donbass, armed forces, Ukrainian armed forces. Now, it is true that I didn't see the videos that they show over there do not show like the mall before and then the mall and the rocket falling in. You see, a rocket falling on some building, but the video doesn't really see I can identify that's the building, okay? I can say that's really the building these guys are saying. It's true everything I said. A rocket falling on a building, I can't identify the building, but as I said, I'm not an expert here. I don't know. I mean, I know a lot of things are, doctored, a lot of things are, a lot of people are lying. Russians, Ukrainians, Americans, Romanians, all of them lie, just to go by that, depending on your interest. So, I don't know. I'm just reading what's going on here, okay? And find out, trying to reason and find out que bono, who benefits out of that. So, Zakharova also hit back at German Foreign Minister Annalena Baerbock, unexperienced woman, who accused Russia of weaponizing the food crisis with the blockade of Ukrainian grains shipments, suggesting that Baerbock is doing everything to bury in oblivion the fact that it was her country that has historically used hunger as a weapon. I don't think that is fair what Zakharova did over here, because you can bring up like that history of things that they are not guilty of. The current German population has nothing to do with what the government did in the 30s and early 40s, 1940s. So I don't think that's fair. But since everyone, is using the guilt card against Germany, why Russia shouldn't? I don't think it's fair. Anyone, whoever uses it against Germany to make the Germans shut the hell up, I think that's a cheap shot. And the problem is the Germans are keeping their mouth shut. I don't think that they will keep it against Russia, though. Why? Because they don't care about Russia. But if another country from other areas will say that, even a bottom feeder, let's say Lithuania or Romania or whatever, going to say something about Germany, they will back off. They will back off. But not Russia. Why? Because Russia should be stonewalled right now. But I don't like that about what's been done to Germany. Germany was raped since 1945. Why do I say that? All the policies and everything was done to weaken the German people. Those guys, if you found them guilty, you dispense justice. It happened. Draw the line. New people, new history, new how should I put it? New life, new people, new country. Forget about it. And if you look back, what country doesn't have any dark black spots on its past? Why do you just point on those guys? Why? Because it's politically beneficial. That's why. So she went on to accuse the West of not really caring about world hunger, reminding that Russia is prepared to export tens of thousands of tons of its own grain if Western bans are lifted from its shipment. From its, yeah, that's true, but the problem is not only that. It's true, but on the other hand, should not forget that Russia offered many options in which or by which Ukrainian grain could be delivered to the rest of the world. The problem is the same thing of negotiating in bad faith by Ukraine, wanting only one option out of 9 available. Only that one. And it was an impossibility, even if the Russians said, okay, we're going to provide you a corridor to the Black Sea from Odessa port. But still, you have the mines over there, and you have to take them out of the water. And Ukrainians say, no, 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 no. We need your army, your vessels to leave the area. But there are other options. They can go through Mariupol. The Russians can deliver those things. They can go to Romanian ports. They can go to Hungary, go towards Poland, and then go to those ports. Can go to Belarus. Can go to Lithuania. There's many. Can go straight to Poland, and it's many ways. But the Ukrainians, they don't want, even if with all these options. So I don't think at this point Russia is blocking anything. Why? Because these guys can deliver their grains without Russia being in the picture. It's independent of being Russia in the equation. They can do it, but they want to paint it. So I think it's not the Russians who are blocking that. I think it's the Ukrainians and Great Britain who's their sponsors. Sorry, not United States. United States even said we're going to build silos along the border with Poland over there, and you can store it over there, and from there we can ship it. But no, we want only Odessa. If no Odessa, nothing for the rest of the world. So who's holding everybody under a blackmail? I mean, if you really want to do it, you find a way. So obviously these guys don't want to find a way, so they can keep the Russians trapped in it. So nevertheless, if was it a false flag operation? I have no idea. Is it impossible? No. Is it possible that Russians hit that by mistake? Yeah. Is it possible that the Russians hit it willingly? I don't think so. And I tell you why. That would be the worst case scenario for Russians doing that, because there would be a public relation disservice to the Russians. So that's the worst thing they can do. Oh, look, they hit civilians. How can the Russians, just to kill, I don't know, 20 Ukrainians, they would risk to be, considered a terrorist state and this and that? Nah. So that's why I don't think it was either by mistake, either what the Russians said they hit, false flag operation, or as I said, an accident. Accident, and they don't want to recognize it was an accident. Even if with an accident, they could say, well, we made a mistake, what the, my bad, right? Like the Americans did in Belgrade in 1999 in Yugoslavia. They hit the Chinese embassy in Belgrade and said, collateral damage. That was the wording, collateral damage. And they, with the smart bombs, they destroyed missiles. They destroyed the Chinese embassy. The Chinese never forgot that, but the Americans tend to forget. Why? Because you want to get rid of your mistakes and all that. I don't want to hear, blah, blah, blah. It's what it is. So nevertheless, I don't know what was here. They would claim, the other ones will deny, these ones would point fingers, and that's the way it goes. And people would pick sides according to their preferences and alliances. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.